Bill, in your introduction, you mentioned that you implemented a machine monitoring system. Now, this came with a couple of challenges you had to overcome, and one of the challenges that you touched on was that it had a bit of a big brother culture among some of your operators on the floor. So I really want to understand, what sort of strategies did you implement to get around that big brother feeling of being watched with your operators, and what sort of strategies did you use to overcome that and get to where you are today?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure we've completely overcome it. Okay, it's an ongoing battle. It's an ongoing challenge. We implemented the machine data collection 2 years ago, basically June. That has really subsided in the last 12 to 18 months, but the initial concern was you're watching my every move, and in reality, we're not. We're looking for major opportunities to get our overall equipment effectiveness up to where we think it should be. When we started monitoring, we were at 38%. We're currently in the mid 50s, and basically that's a huge increase in our productivity and effectiveness. We've done a number of things to deal with that, but I think one of them was just the operators themselves looking at the number and saying, wow, I was only effective 40% last night. What could I have done different, as much as anything? So that's it.
Thank you.
This is a question for Bill. In this region, Richards Industries is a fine company and has a wonderful history. And I think it's safe to say that you're one of the smartest factories around. And that took a lot of guts and a lot of vision to make the transformation, even though you were a very profitable, great company for many, many years. My question is, how important is the continuous improvement process to Richards, and how much emphasis do you place on it, and how has that contributed to your company being, quote, the manufacturing awards always every year, one of the best places to work in Cincinnati?
Continuous improvement culture has been part of Richards Industries. I'm one of the owners. I joined the company 11 years ago, and myself and 3 other people bought the company from Mr. Gilbert Richards 10 years ago, actually 10 years ago today. And Mr. Richards had the continuous improvement mentality. He was a big supporter of Lean when the company started that over 20 years ago. And then the continuous improvement is just continuing on with that. I've been a huge supporter, pusher, whatever you want to call it, of Lean and continuous improvement. I've actually have a gentleman named Bob Luthi, who was our continuous improvement manager, and his main focus is driving day-to-day improvements through Lean, and now also he's really led the implementation of our machine data collection as well as our order data management on the shop floor.
I actually think these two questions connect that Bill just got. So he was just asked a question about retention and employee culture, and his answer went to continuous improvement and the effectiveness of the shop floor and the changes they're making. And the question before that was on machine monitoring and sort of the culture of implementing that. Data is difficult. Forcing everybody to look concretely at the numbers and what they show. But there's the big brother problem that you mentioned maybe haven't solved yet, but I feel like there's a real positive too, in that you've got this data that vindicates the value of the continuous improvement you're putting in place and is able to persuade the key staff that, yeah, we're part of something that is moving forward and improving and becoming more valuable.